So the burning question, did I read all of my 2025 and 2025 books? Did I read my 2025 and 20, whatever. Did I read all of those books that I said that I was going to read in 2025? What do you think the answer is? No, I did not. I did not. So these are the books that I did end up reading in 2025. These are the books that I did not read in 2025. And the ones that are in red at the moment are the ones that I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. 9 Ways to Die, I have no idea what I did with that book whatsoever. I was in the middle of it, had a murder board over here going too for it that I still have up. And see, over there on my wall, ignore all the mess, okay? I need to clean my office. But anyways, I don't know what I did with that book. So I'm not rebuying it. It was okay. It was okay. And then Myrtle, don't know where that went either. And I don't understand why I put that on my 2025 or 25 books of 2025 list anyways, because I knew I wasn't going to get through it. It was an ambitious task. But these are the 3 books that we have left that I need to read. So we are going to read these 3 books in this specific video. We have You Look Better as a Ghost, which I'm really excited about this book. I love the cover. The green is just my thing. And it's been sitting on my TBR card over there for over a year. We'll get to it. And then this one, The Goodbye Cat, is the one that I am hesitant to read, because I already know it's going to be super sad and I'm probably going to end up crying. And anytime an animal is in a book and it ends up like you get close with it and then it ends up like dying, that just rips me to shreds. And I don't know how I'm going to do with this book. But we'll get to it. And then this one is 12 Motives for Murder, and it's told in interview form. So it should be a short, quick read. And I have the audiobooks for all of these. So hopefully I will end up loving these. My goal is to love at least just like one of them, obviously. Hopefully. But this is what we're going to be reading in today's video. Hopefully you'll stick around and I will let you know which one I choose first. I ended up finishing You'd Look Better as a Ghost, and I'm giving it a 3.5. I enjoyed my time with this book. Claire is one of those characters that she's not a good person at all, and she doesn't care that she's a good person. She knows that she's not good, you know, and she kills people that she thinks that aren't worthy to live anymore, and she does it. She doesn't care that she does it, but she ends up murdering this one guy named Lucas at the very beginning, and then she realizes that somebody has been watching her and following her and trying to blackmail her. And in this story, we are following Claire, trying to figure out who is doing all of this blackmailing and why they are doing it. She does not go down without a fight, I will tell you that. And somehow we end up at like a nursing home and learning about the people who are in the nursing home, which I was cackling, I was laughing. We also get flashbacks to Claire's younger life with her parents, and those were really hard chapters. I'm not gonna say that they weren't, because she was put through a lot of abuse by her mom, and I can see why she turned out the way that she did, honestly. Her dad was an enabler as well, and then her mom was just a horrible human, so she didn't really have a shot, okay? But she's also going through grief. Her dad just passed away at the beginning of the story too, and she's usually very calculated, very well planned. She's very type A, but she's realizing that when she's going through her grief, that she is slipping a little bit, and she's not as organized as she usually is, especially when she goes to kill people. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and she does also go to a grief counseling group because she just lost her father, and she's getting to know these people and realizing that some of them are kind of weird, and the whole, she can see people, like seeing people as a ghost isn't paranormal or that kind of phenomenon. It is more like she sees the person and she's like, oh yeah, you'd really look good as a ghost, and I think I'm going to make you into a ghost. Like, she just sees them and she's like, you're on my hit list, like you are mine. And she goes and she kills them, and she has no remorse whatsoever about it. But the weird thing about Claire is that she does have empathy, which I found very interesting. There are some people in the story that she really does care about, and it was the complexity of her character I thought was done really, really well. This book did kind of drag out, especially with her trying to figure out who was doing the blackmailing, but it kind of reminded me of a little bit of Finlay Donovan, just like the whole dark humor vibes of that, but also this girl's a killer. If you like those two books, or if you've heard of those two books, you might want to read this, or vice versa. You know, if you read this book and you're looking for another book like this book, try those two. But yeah, I'm glad that I ended up reading it finally, and it was a pretty solid debut. Now I'm in the book that I was like, The Goodbye Cat. I'm already halfway through it. And it's a tearjerker. I knew that it was going to be, because I am one of those type of people. If I see a cat, dog, any kind of animal die, or if I read about an animal dying, I automatically start tearing up. And the first story in this book got me. This is short stories. It's not, I thought it was going to be like a full novel about like a family cat and getting to know that family cat and everything. But it's just short stories of cats being in families and how they have changed their owners' lives and how they have impacted the family, and how animals that you get are really your family, and how you grow so attached to them, and how losing them is horrible. It's very sad. And I don't know if this is going to be a 4 or 5 star for me, just because I feel the connection, but it's not gripping me, if that makes sense. I feel the connection with all these cats. I like the cats aspect in here. We are getting some cat like personalities and thoughts and stuff like that, and I wish that the book was focusing more on that rather than the family life of it. I want to hear more about the cat, okay? And I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of like human vibes, where I was wanting more animal vibes, you know? But it is really sweet to see how these cats in these stories are shaping their families' lives and helping people realize that being selfish is not always a good thing, and having something to take care of and something that loves you unconditionally it impacts you. It impacts you in your life. And me being somebody who has had pets, most dogs, because I'm allergic to cats, unfortunately, but every single dog that I have had in my life has impacted me in some way, and I am feeling that with these stories, and it's just like making my stone cold of a heart kind of crack open a little bit, you know, and it's just making me really emotional. Oh, I don't want to be emotional, but yeah, that first story got me. Okay, I was, you know, when you don't want to cry and there's like this lump in your throat, I was like trying to hold it back, but a few tears did trickle down. And then the next story is about this young couple who are having a baby, I believe. So yes, having a baby, and the dad is not very responsible, but he brings a cat into their home, and lo and behold, the cat helps him be responsible. The next story is about a father and not always being the best father, but somehow this cat that he brings into the home, there's a theme here, somehow this cat that he brings into the home changes him for the better. And then we have like an island, it's called Cat Island, where it's just like a bunch of cats that are around and these people are going on vacation there. Then the next one is called The Night Visitor. Don't know what that one's about yet because I haven't gotten there. But it's just short little stories about kitty cats making an impact in people's lives, and it's very sweet. And I knew that it was going to make me tear up. So, yep. As predicted, this didn't have enough cat in it for me. And it was more just about like the humans, but I wanted more cats, you know. And I'm going to give it a 3. I did appreciate the overall message that was behind this book about how cats and humans and their relationship can really change some lives, you know. Like, it can change a cat's life, it can change a human's life. Together, they're better together, you know, that sort of thing. But the last story and the first story I thought were really, really well done. And I wanted the entire book to be like that, but it was not. And I thought the humans took away the story, like me. I didn't want to hear from the humans' perspective. I wanted to hear from the cat's perspective. And we did get that a few times. But either way, I thought that it was really sweet. It did make me tear up. And it was effective and for what it was. I do think a lot of people would appreciate this and like this. It just wasn't catty enough for me. Now I'm reading 12 Motives for Murder, and I know that this is based in, it's a beautiful Christmas day, and there's a family in this house. Somebody ends up dead, and then we have Elizabeth, who is going to be interviewing the entire family to see why somebody wanted Jonty dead. It's told in interview form. The entire book is that way. I'm really excited. I have the audiobook for it. I've heard to read, to like follow along with the audiobook and this, you know, read them in tandem. Do immersive reading because it has different voices and everything. I'm really excited about that. And it doesn't seem like it's going to take that long to get through either. So I will let you know how I feel about these. Hopefully I might finish it tonight. You never know. While editing this video, I forgot to let you know that I did finish 12 Motives for Murder, and I gave it a 2. I thought that this started out pretty strong. We have Elizabeth, who is investigating this murder. We find out that Elizabeth is also kind of like a family friend of this family. The investigative part of it was not done very well at all, and I didn't care about the family either. The part that I did like about this was that the interview style of this book, I thought that it was really fun. But the overall story itself just fell very flat for me in my review, because I went back and realized after, you know, I read this, I don't really remember much from it besides it starting off strong, and then my review said it went downhill pretty quickly. Elizabeth did break the fourth wall a lot. You are like her assistant in this murder, but the assistant part, it didn't work. It did not work. And yeah, I'm gonna put this in my pile to remove books from my library in my office, and gonna move on to the next books. But yeah, so this video, we had a 3.75, I believe, or 3.5, and then a 3 and a 2. But I did finish all of my books for 2025. My 25 books for 2025. I did finish it, so that is a plus. That was promised. That is a plus in itself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that it was rather short and sweet, but I think I'm gonna start doing short and sweet videos rather than like super long videos more. I enjoy them a lot more, and they're a lot easier to edit too. Imagine that, right? But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you finished your 25 books of 2025. Let me know what your books are on your 2026 list that you're most excited to read. I am working on mine behind the scenes and I have some plans for it, you know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.